How do you ensure people will like or even love a character that you've created? Simple answer, you cannot. The more forcefully you push a character in your audience's faces, the further they will pull back. This is what Capcom experienced when they set out to introduce the intended new main face of their Street Fighter franchise, Luke. Capcom introduced Luke as the final DLC character of Street Fighter V to give the fans a taste of the upcoming Street Fighter VI. Now, Luke's design in Street Fighter VI, it's alright, I like it. Luke's design in Street Fighter V, well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? It's just that every beholder I've ever heard from thinks there's no beauty to behold here. So immediately, visually, Luke didn't make the greatest first impression upon the Street Fighter community. But it was about to get a whole lot worse. When Luke was added to Street Fighter V, from a game balance perspective, he was strong, really strong. Really, really strong. Too strong. Capcom had to nerf him. Nowadays, Luke isn't the best character in the game anymore. He's just the best character in the game. Yeah, he got nerfed from top 1 to top 1. That's like a billionaire losing $1 million lawsuit. Your puny justice system can't even make a dent in the sheer privilege. And I understand. I understand why Capcom would want to make their new main character strong. However, when so many of the pro players are forced to pick up Luke to keep up with the competition, when so many tournament matches have one, if not two, Lukes on the screen, the core community that has stuck around through to the end of Street Fighter V's life cycle gets annoyed. Luke suffocated the diversity of high-level Street Fighter V, and the community hated him for it. Don't get me wrong, character diversity did exist in tournaments, it's just that there was a lot of Luke. Winning, beating people's favorite players, and one Luke of the Luke Legion being crowned champion of Capcom Cup 9, and thus champion of the entire Capcom Pro Tour for the final year of Street Fighter V. You can imagine how that would be frustrating. I remember people in the stream chat of tournaments even calling Luke Puke. That is hilarious. It's so childishly funny. For those people, the fact that this goofy looking dude that just kept showing up on tournament streams was the new main character, the new face of Street Fighter over Ryu, the guy we've been cool with for decades, and that's the box art? That's a tough pill to swallow, but I'll say this as a huge fan of Ryu. Luke is the perfect main character for Street Fighter VI. Ryu is the face of serious self-improvement, of competition in fighting games, of trying to focus on the battle itself while resisting the instinct of overvaluing victory. Process over results. A perfect icon of the hardcore mentality. Luke, on the other hand, is the face of casual fun, of beating up the guy that sold you a slice of pizza, of helicoptering across a gap, of getting gored by a random bull, of making funny faces in the loading screen, of socializing in the battle hub, of playing Super Turbo in the battle hub, of accessibility while maintaining a high skill ceiling. Anyone can play, the dedicated can perfect. One of Luke's likes is wacky t-shirts, and if we as a community are able to be honest with ourselves, we like wacky t-shirts too, based on the wacky custom character abominations we've been making. Luke is an excellent representation of what Capcom wants Street Fighter to be. It's just a shame that Capcom hindered Luke's popularity in their overzealous efforts to help his popularity. Like, look at Ryu's win quote against Luke. "Oh, you're just like me when I was younger. You are the future." Okay, Capcom, that's a bit forceful, but I get it. Luke is Capcom's baby, and luckily for Capcom, people that once hated Luke started to warm up to him around the release of the Street Fighter 6 demo. Plus, we can't forget all the people who weren't around for Luke's domination of Street Fighter 5 that got into Street Fighter 6 without a tainted view of the character. Which is to say, probably the vast majority of Street Fighter 6's player base. Congratulations, Capcom. Despite Luke's birth complications, it's looking like he'll go on to live a healthy life. And to anyone who still scoffs at the idea of Luke being the new face of Street Fighter, hear me out. You don't have to think Luke is cool. You don't have to think he's funny. Hell, it's even fine if he's your least favorite character in the entire game. I'm sure you have your reasons, but at least accept this. Luke is Street Fighter 6. Capcom wanted to give Luke the best possible chance to be a beloved flagship, pushing the Street Fighter series to advance. But I know Luke will inspire so many furious rants. Every time he busts out the Fortnite dance. Dance time, yay!
No, skip it.
It's dance time.